Edinburgh, McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville.
The most crushing economic operation ever. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump says he's planning.
What he is calling economic D-Day against Iran.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv.
The president indicated that any countries around the world that are providing any sort of economic lifeline to the Iranian regime would face their own economic consequences. He called on allies to stand with the United States, posting to Truth Social, "No one has given the Islamic Republic of Iran a greater opportunity to make a deal than me."
And now the nuclear talks remain stalled, and the standoff over the Strait of Hormuz shipping continues. And after the Trump threat, oil prices up more than 3%. Gas is also up 2 more cents today. Iran's foreign minister responded to the president with a post on X. The so-called economic D-Day is a diversion from America's own crisis and surging debt, referring to the report that for the first time, the U.S. national debt tops $40 trillion. It only took 5 months to grow from $39 trillion. North Korea has launched another missile test hours after President Trump said he wanted to meet with leader Kim Jong-un again this year, and after downsizing U.S.-South Korea military exercises.
This test comes a day after North Korea said President Trump's order to the Pentagon to scale back military drills made no difference. 10 short-range ballistic missiles landed in the sea off the peninsula's east coast. The Ulchi Freedom Shield exercises, joint U.S.-South Korean drills, will end tomorrow, nearly a week earlier than originally planned. President Trump demanded they be scaled back because North Korean leader Kim Jong-un would view them as hostile.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. There's a gathering outside the court in Plymouth, Massachusetts now, where Lindsay Clancy's on trial for murder after killing her 3 children. But Clancy has supporters who are there, dressed in pink, hand in hand.
Because it's mental health. She wasn't in her right frame of mind.
Clancy's using an insanity defense, citing postpartum psychosis and severe depression. Next hour, the trial resumes with more testimony. America's listening to Fox News.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil, one simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season has come down to this. The Big 3 Championship is coming to Charlotte. Who will be crowned the Big 3 Season 9 champion? Plus the Big 3 All-Star Game. The biggest names in the game, all on one court, one more time. 2 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET. Yay, yay!
Investigators are at the airport in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, the morning after a small plane, while landing, crashed into a state police helicopter hovering over the grass to the side of the runway.
As that Cessna came down along that runway, for an unknown reason, it veered hard to the right at the last moment.
Acting State Police Commissioner Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, the pilot of the plane, was killed. 2 state troopers in the helicopter were injured but are recovering, expected to be okay. And now an update on a deadly boating accident earlier this month near the Statue of Liberty.
Prosecutors say Manuel Hernandez, a native of El Salvador, is in the U.S. illegally and was illegally operating a boat that capsized in New York Harbor, resulting in the death of a mother and her infant daughter. DHS says he entered Texas in 2007 after posing as a U.S. citizen to Customs and Border Protection officials. A criminal complaint says Hernandez had not registered the boat he was using and that it did not have infant-sized life jackets on board. After hitting a swell, the boat capsized and threw everyone overboard. Hernandez and 11 passengers were rescued, but 27-year-old Sarah Sanchez and her 5-month-old daughter Antonella were unresponsive when pulled from the water. They later died at a hospital. In New York City, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
A man allowed to enter the U.S. illegally in 2024, crossing the Texas border, Alexis Campos, is now charged with murder in Virginia.
Fairfax County police say he repeatedly stabbed and killed 42-year-old Carmen Pooch. Pooch, the mother of a 3-year-old girl, was found outside of her car at a trail in Great Falls Park, Virginia on Monday. Campos and Pooch had an intimate relationship, authorities say. Both worked at a restaurant in Herndon.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. On Wall Street, stocks could drop the day after rebound gains. Dow futures are down about 250 points. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Thursday. It is now August 20th, 2026, and this is the Pulse of the 956, the morning news on 710 KURV. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, Jason Caterina from AccuWeather. I think he's just like messing with us. He's like raising the temperature by 1 degree every day. We were at 104, then 105 yesterday, 106 today, 107 tomorrow. Stop already. They got a heat alert for the area for several more days, so play defense, check in on your family. We'll speak with Jason in about 3 minutes, so please join us for that conversation. At the city of Brownsville, they'll be looking for a new police chief. Police Chief Felix Sauceda is police chief, and also he's like the assistant city manager. So the city is planning to hire a new chief so that Chief Felix Sauceda can pivot and become the permanent deputy city manager for Brownsville. Texas note the fights over construction in the Big Bend of any type of border security apparatus, that is headed to court.
A federal judge has agreed to hear a lawsuit involving the border security work inside the national park. It's brought by Apache tribe members and a tour group who cite religious and constitutional grounds. State Senator Roland Gutierrez, who's acting as the group's lawyer, says the feds have been misrepresenting what is being done.
They said, we're just surveying. They have clear-cut miles and miles of roadway.
He says the feds have already bulldozed the pristine land into unrecognizable pulp. The hearing for a restraining order is a week from Friday. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
It's 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. Another business note. Some folks in Texas weighing in on the explosion of data centers across the state of Texas, and lawmakers now discussing how to regulate and refine and define the regulations for data centers.
Establishing regulations over data centers while enabling communities to plan and manage growth responsibly. That's the goal of the Texas House State Affairs Committee. Their discussion even included how electrical transmission costs are billed. State Rep John McQueeney questioned PUC Director Thomas Gleason.
Minimum billing demand is going to impact affordability for residential ratepayers in a positive manner that will lower their cost. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And in between the invited testimony, Texans got their chance to be heard.
We have a data center that is sitting 100 feet from a school.
Data centers are in a race, not to build their projects quickly, but to beat the regulations.
Data centers are critical infrastructure as established by our president.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Texas note, an interesting ordinance they're working on in Houston, city of Houston. They want to force all landlords to provide working air conditioners at all rental properties. In Austin, Governor Greg Abbott wants an audit of 4 major school districts in the state that see their budgets increasing every year while enrollment is decreasing. How is that possible? Again, the governor going to announce 4 major school districts that will be audited for that activity. And seems that Americans are not drinking alcohol like they used to.
In the latest Gallup survey, 54% of Americans say they drink alcohol. That matches the record low set last year. 13% say they sometimes drink too much booze, and that's also a record low. 17% say they've made the switch to non-alcoholic beverages. More than half of Americans believe that even moderate drinking can be bad for your health. People getting on the wagon cross all demographic groups, including age, gender, even party affiliation. I'm Rory O'Neill.
Time is 7:09. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Coming up right after AccuWeather, how there's a new push by Washington to crack down on truck drivers, immigrant truck drivers, that still need to learn English. That's coming up right after AccuWeather, and let's check those hot temperatures again. First, let's say hi to Dougie. Good morning to Dougie from Martin Farm and Ranch. Martin Farm and Ranch has all the best Purina nutrition for all your animals, whether it's pets or cows or horses, exotics. That's Martin Farm and Ranch. You stop by, say hi to Dougie from us. I was telling Freddie last hour, Jason Caterina, meteorologist from AccuWeather, joining us. Dude, you got like the evening gig every single day, like for the next 2-3 weeks. We do something else around the
guys
office.
have like the San Diego forecast.
Well, go get his lunch daily, or clean up the office a bit, or do clean the restrooms or something like that. 2 days ago was 104, yesterday 105, today 106, 107 tomorrow. Please stop. You're going in the wrong direction, dude.
Oh, I know. It looks like it is going to, tail off down to 103 by Monday.
Oh, refreshing, yeah. Okay, so what are the computers telling you this morning as far as any break in this pattern? 2-3 weeks out or anything like that?
Let me run it out. Let's see. I haven't run out the 2-week forecast lately. Let's see what we got here.
That's all we got, really, right? 2 weeks is about as courageous as some of these computers get to try to pin something out.
I could run it out much. The
no, but
grades every day. You know,
yeah, that
mean?
would not
so,
be. Yeah,
anything. Even this is fantasy land, but
that's true. 2 weeks out, you just.
So let's see. Before I get confused, tomorrow's Friday, Saturday. Next week, there we are. 102, 101, 102, 104, 101.
Yeah.
It's just holding.
Now, yesterday you said there's cool fronts that make it all the way down to Oklahoma, Arkansas, but it's not punching Texas yet. They're up there somewhere.
Yeah, there's one that went through the Northeast yesterday. There's another one back. So there's one that's just off into the Atlantic, off the East Coast. Yeah. There's another one diving down that's along western Lake Ontario and Lake Erie right now.
Okay.
There's another one that's up in the northern plains. So, the fronts are there. They're just not coming down. But yeah, there's part of a front that's in Oklahoma today, and then
we'll just give it another month and we'll see them just travel into Texas,
traveling far enough down.
They'll be crossing the red
high that's just parked out in the Gulf right now, that's preventing any of that stuff and keeping that southeasterly flow for us.
All right, but
just blink an eye, dry lines.
Blink your eyes, and it'll be late September. Maybe we'll get something like that in North Texas here pretty soon. Tropics clear, right? Nothing.
Yeah, all clear.
And Texas travel, same thing, just hot, very hot, very dry. Be careful out there. 710 KURV heat alert from Lee's Pharmacy. Thank you, Danny Vela. All the gang at Lee's Pharmacy. Serving breakfast, by the way. That's sizzling bacon right there. They're not even using the grill. They're sizzling all that bacon inside their truck right now. It's nice and hot. All right, pal. Check you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Lee's Pharmacy North with a heat alert, which is a reminder. Please check on your family, folks who are vulnerable. Just ask them if the AC is working. That's it. Hey, is your AC working? You cool? Okay, that's it. Yeah, because they'll get in trouble real quick. And check the car seats on the way into the store. Thank you, Lee's Pharmacy, for the daily reminder. It is radio day today, Freddie. Radio. And now the Watkiels are on the car. And they're probably asking, Mommy, what is radio? Well, what you're listening to right now, because your mama and your daddy are really smart. They listen to KURV radio. But we want you to listen to radio on your phone, on your smartphone. The free app is Radio Para Mí. What was your favorite radio station when you were much, much younger? Maybe as a teenager, Freddie. Before you wound up here at Talk Radio. Yeah.
It was the old KBFM. Which
Valley's
is
Party Station.
Now it's Wild 104.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, it was B104 back then.
Yeah,
right?
it was B1 or before B104.
Really? So B104 is when Farina was there, right?
Yeah.
And some of the crew that we know. That was B104. So in high school, what'd you say it was? KBFM?
Yeah, 104, whatever it is.
But it was the music of the day, the pop music
of the
day. And then you went up at KURV and restored your brain cells, and there you go.
Yeah, became a lot smarter. Didn't listen to music as much. So.
Yeah. And we became the Valley's news party station. Right? The Valley's news party station. KURV. It's also It's also chocolate pecan pie day. Oh, man. I think I just gained a pound by saying that. All right. Time is 7:14. Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Hang on for let me get this out because I promised this right before. There's a growing push by the federal government to crack down on immigrant truck drivers.
That effort is being praised by Texas cops. Major Omar Villarreal with DPS told lawmakers this week that non-English speakers have been exploiting a loophole to get behind the wheel.
We started seeing an upward trend in commercial vehicle crashes with these drivers.
He says that in 2021, Mexico went to a digital commercial license, and that, he says, opened the door to fraud. Immigrants would bribe Mexican officials to get their certification, even though they had not been trained to be a trucker. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
Thank you for joining us on the Valley's Morning News. A few days back, I met the individual who is tip of the spear in developing a private sector funded desal project north of South Padre. I know some of y'all heard that, especially those of you who listen to KURV. We have a privately funded, like $1 billion project north of South Padre Island, the city. Yeah, that project's still moving forward, getting permitting. What does that mean as far as adding to water resources in the area? Who might be buying some of that water? That's next on the Valley's Morning News.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2026 Volvo XC60 with all the technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $499 a month. That's right, $499 a month. Or 0.99% APR for 60 months. Plus, ask about no payments for 90 days. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Elevate your drive today at Volvo Cars Edinburgh, a Bert Ogden Auto Group dealership. Dale gas!
Calling all truck drivers, fleet owners, logistics professionals, and future CDL drivers. Don't miss the 3rd annual FAR International Bridge Truck Expo on Friday, August 28th at the Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburgh from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. Explore the latest trucks and equipment. Connect with industry experts. Discover job opportunities. Attend trade sessions. Enter raffles and learn about CDL enrollment. Drive your future forward at the 3rd annual FAR International Bridge Truck Expo. Presented by the FAR International Bridge.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
News Talk 710 KURV is your one and only station in the Valley for Houston Astros play-by-play. Come on, boys. You got to keep on winning. Broadcast tonight, 640 on your station for Astros baseball, KURV. It's only on the radio, by the way. Right, Freddie? Only on the radio. Only on the radio. Made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. As a result of the conversations that we had in Harlingen at the Convention Center with the Institute for Leadership and Capital Projects, we had quite the powwow with folks on the front lines of industry that are designing and erecting, building all the structures around here, either for the university or county or city or private industry. They need buildings. Folks who draft, the engineers, the contractors. Yeah, that's what iLinkUp is, that Institute for Leadership of Capital Projects. And they had this get together focusing on infrastructure, water and power issues, and workforce issues as well. We've been featuring some of those conversations on KURV. And I welcome to the program, want to present to you the tip of the spear for RGV desal. We've had a couple of conversations with, it was Mark Ellison, right? Mark Ellison. Yeah, he brought to us a few days back this surprise project. The private sector willing to spend billions of dollars in developing a private market, a desalination facility just north of the city of South Padre. Oh, that's wonderful. I know it's a bit more expensive than getting water by other means, but you can put it in the mix. Cities can, industry can. And I tell you what, I suspect our neighbor, Elon Musk, can definitely afford the new refinery, the shipyard, any and all industry that is setting up. Yeah, they can afford the water that they need, especially data centers. They can afford and recycle their water. So let's focus on desal now, because Albert Escobedo, he's leading the effort down here with RGV desal, which is the local entity working with Mark Ellison and the other international entity to develop a a big desal project just north of the city of South Padre. Welcome to the program, brother. So again, for folks that, we need to repeat this like on FM radio, the song of the day, or we can't repeat this enough. So catch us up to speed on this proposed project that's north of the city of South Padre. How in billions of dollars and square footage and gallons per day. Like, what is the hope for this project?
Well, the hope is that we will serve the water needs here in South Texas. And this project was originally started as a small project just for the Port of Brownsville. But after talking to many of the people involved in USD Sal and IDE, uh, they all agree that this project should be a regional project. And it went from a small project now to the biggest project. I don't know if it's in the state or in the U.S. because we're gonna be the first uh, uh, water developers that are gonna produce more than 100 million gallons per day.
Jeez. I remember Mark Ellison saying it was 50 million gallons.
Well,
so we could get to 100 million per day.
Now we're looking at getting the permit for 120 million gallons a day. We will start between 25 and 50 million gallons a day, depending on the need right now. This is the total permitting up to 120 million, depending on need. So if we have a industry that comes in and decide that they need 10 million or 20 million, we can bump it up right away because we already did the permitting for 120 million. So it's a good project.
TCEQ, right?
Yes.
Those are the folks. Why do we have to ask permission of TCEQ? Just curious.
Well, we all want to be, and one of the reasons why I became part of this project was uh, there was a lot of miscommunication about water desal because people are saying, no, this is a bad idea. I researched it, I went through it, I talked to people before I came in, and I did see that there's no such deal of what people are used to say back then.
Yeah.
So when I joined the project, it was kind of established, and I saw all the work that they have done previous to all of this.
Yeah. You're talking about the IDE folks and USD,
IDE
so
and
your
USD
partners. That
and IDE and USD Sal. So when that happened, I came in. We talked about the whole project for the whole valley and the need for the whole valley because of the drought that we have, and we want to have the problem that Corpus is having right now. So that's when the project became a regional project, and I think it's been we've had great response from everybody here in South Texas, and so far, I mean, everything has been good. TCEQ, we have to go through them because they're the ones that regulate a lot of the things that happen environmentally. I mean, as far as all the stuff that we need for the plant, so we want to make sure we comply with everything, and that way, people when they see this project know that we have gone through every step of the way.
No, understood. And I need to clarify why I was asking TCEQ. I'm a libertarian, I got a libertarian streak, but I'm good. Somebody needs to check the water quality and what happens with the salt. I get it. The reason I asked that is because, and it's an impressive 120 million gallons per day potential capacity. You're asking for a permit to be 120 million gallons. But as you confirmed, yes, it is the Port of Brownsville and all the blessings that we see there showering the largest shipyard in the country, the Navy, setting that up, the refinery that will need a certain degree of water. We have Elon Musk nearby. He can do his own systems, but I'm sure he might be tapping into why build? Why I can buy some of the water. So, and then, of course, LNG and all those and more industry that is on the road. Okay, it makes sense. But I'm thinking that 120 million gallons per day, we will soon reach that like real quick. You mix in county and cities and other people that want some of that water. And there we go. We have to go back to TCEQ and ask for permission for more. You're setting up to have a little bit of buffer, but I'd like for it to be faster. You know what I mean? Where the permitting process would be faster.
And that's one of the things that we've been discussing with government and letting them know when they ask us, like, what is it that we can do better for you guys. It's basically getting all the permitting process done uh, in a partnership. For example, instead of going to TCQ one and then waiting for that, and then start the other project or the other permitting process that's required after TCQ, why can't we do everything together? So that's one of the things that we mentioned. We're not saying that's going to happen, but of course, in the future, it should be better like that because it helps create a project a lot faster.
Yeah, no, we need rapid
Yeah.
response by all agencies and
Mhm.
regulators and folks from county to state to make sure that we grease the skids
Yep.
and expand these projects because man, it's a tsunami of
And
business coming this
and
way.
it's true because now that we've seen all this growth, like you said, it we might hit the top number really
Yeah.
quick, or it might take a while, but it's gonna happen sooner or later.
Albert Escovedo is with RGV Diesel. You may remember conversations on KURV several weeks back with Mark Ellison with IDE, that's Israeli Diesel
Mhm.
Engineering, I believe is the name of it. And yeah, when I say Israel, Middle East, they got desal plants, you can imagine, that are quenching the thirst of millions of people by grabbing all that water, maybe from the Strait of Hormuz or nearby. Yeah, it's proven technology, and we could use it. And we do have a project that might provide us a 120 million gallon per day desalination plant, taking water from the Gulf, taking the salt out, providing it for industry or maybe some other water entities that want to mix it in, 10%, 20%
Mhm.
of some water to drink and other purposes. We might see that plant. It's all coming together
Yep.
by when? Like 5 years, 6 years from now, or what?
Right now, we're shooting 2031,
Okay.
maybe. It can be done faster. It can be done slower. It all depends on the need. For example, we're talking to water districts and stuff like that, trying to see what their needs are based on. For example, they need 1 million gallons. Do they need 5 million gallons? Do they need half a million? What is it that they need? And that's right now what we're working on, trying to figure out what the need is, and that will push this project either faster, slower, or either way.
In the news up to most recent, thanks to flooding in West Texas and all that, well, deadly flooding, sadly for some folks, but all that water in West Texas, Central Texas, flowing all the way down and finally filling up the reservoir for Corpus Christi. They were down in single digits. Everybody's sounding the alarm. We're in trouble. We're running out of water. We need desal. And well, that was one of the. Please tell me that they're still moving forward, either with you or colleagues moving forward with some type of desal project up in Corpus to get themselves some drinking water, municipal or whatever it is that they need up there, or they've turned off the alarms and now they're happy with the
See,
25% that they have.
and that's what my job is, to make sure that I talk to our government officials, everybody that's involved in this planning, because exactly what you said. Everybody's sounding the alarm. We're in drought. We're in drought. They get a little rain, it starts flooding back, filling up again. But that's not gonna last to forever. So we might end up in the same process. You know, 2 years, a year, 5 years from now, and are you gonna start developing again the plant back 5 years from now when you could have
It
done it
should be there already
there
for you.
already?
Because that's what it takes, like 5 years, right?
Yeah,
Más o menos to get it up and running.
it takes about that. And uh, the thing is, we can't stop the planning. We can't stop the thinking of how we can solve the solution. Now, uh, our GVD cell is not gonna come in and solve everybody's problem. And we talk to everyone and say we're here to be your support. Industry comes and the first thing they ask you is, do you have water for the next 20, 30 years? You can't provide them that unless you have somebody like RGBD cell who can have that solution for the long term. So
Do you have a project just north of us in Corpus as well, or Houston area, or other
no,
projects? Are we
RGB.
it? It's
I'm
just.
I'm with RGBD
Uh-huh.
cell, and I'm not in that project in
Oh, I
Corpus.
see. That would
Now,
be more something for Mark Ellison
Mark Allison is with ID,
with a
which
national
which is
company.
ID, I think, is involved with some planning, but I don't know what's gonna happen now that they filled up, and
All
now
right.
probably they'll be like, no, we don't want to do it.
What's the price tag right now for this RGV desal project? Más o menos.
We well, everybody's estimating around between 800 to about a billion.
A billion dollar
Something
project.
like that. That's what
Okay.
everybody said so far. We don't have a set price right now because we're going through the permitting process. So once all this is done, once we get our engineering and servicing, that's when we can pretty much say, okay, this is what we need to do,
Yeah.
and this is how much it's going to cost.
I think the blessing is that you have proof of performance
Yes.
with all the other systems that are in the Middle East, and you can just show the state, right? Here's what we have. Here's what we do with the salt. Well, we find this fascinating, and I know that the managers and business people, bankers, everybody else that tunes into KURV, they're nerds for this type of stuff.
Oh,
It
yes.
was wonderful that we have proven technology.
Yep.
It will soon be in private investment will soon provide it for us
Yep.
here in South Texas. All right, Albert, thank you for joining us today. Keep in touch.
Thank you.
He is with RGV Desal. That is Albert Escovedo.
Commissioner Albert Escovedo. He's a commissioner in Los Fresnos, and I think he's running for re-election, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, he's leading the charge with RGV Desal, and we hope that they're very successful in setting up this project. Lord knows we need the water. Lord knows Corpus Christi needs something like that. Man, that flood saved their lunch a few days back. This is your station in South Texas for Houston Astros baseball. We'll check sports next on KURV. Happy Thursday.
Hurricane season is here, and the time to prepare is now. News Talk 710 KURV is your home for tropical coverage 2026. We'll bring you the latest information you'll need to help you prepare should a tropical storm or hurricane develop, with trusted resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, plus direct updates from local authorities. Be ready, be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2026 is powered by Lee's Pharmacy, Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, Vega Roofing, and the Omar Ochoa Law Firm.
Hi, this is Congresswoman Monica De La Cruz. Are you having difficulty getting answers from federal agencies? My office is here to help. Call us at 956-800-6069 to share your issue, and we will be in touch. Team De La Cruz is here to serve you. God bless. Paid for with official funds from the office of Congresswoman De La Cruz.
And now, Dr. Dennis Slavin from Rio Grande Pain Team with a breakthrough treatment that's helping people get back to doing what they love with PRP therapy.
Is knee pain keeping you off the golf course? Does shoulder pain make it hard to cast a fishing line? Are simple everyday tasks causing you pain and not allowing you to enjoy life? It doesn't have to be that way. Platelet-rich plasma, known as PRP therapy, uses the healing power already inside your body. We take a small sample of your blood, concentrate the powerful platelets, and place them precisely with image guidance into the injured, painful area to help promote healing, stimulate collagen growth, reduce pain, and support tissue repair, all without the need for surgery. And getting started couldn't be easier. Your first consultation is done from the comfort of your own home over Zoom, so you can find out if PRP is right for you without even coming into the office. Don't spend another day letting pain slow you down.
Rio Grande Pain Team with 2 convenient locations in McAllen and Weslaco. Visit feelingbetteratLast.com to schedule your consultation.
Beat the drums, sound the horn, strike up the band. Meredith Wilson's The Music Man.
September 13th. Get tickets at experiencemcallen.com.
Your chance to win tickets is coming up soon.
Later tonight, your Houston Astros host the LA Angels. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros snapped their 3-game losing streak last night with a win over the Los Angeles Angels. Final score, 3-2. After going down 2-1 in the top of the 4th inning, Jose Altuve tied the game with an RBI double in the bottom of the frame. After that, Cam Smith hit a sacrifice fly that ended up winning the game for Houston. The Astros play the rubber game of their series tonight against the Angels. The Texas Rangers were in action on the diamond last night. Here's TSN's Gavin Moritz to give you more.
The Texas Rangers were blanked last night by the Washington Nationals by a final score of 6-0. Rangers pitcher Kumar Rocker went 5 complete innings, allowing 6 hits, 2 earned runs, striking out 3 in the loss. Offensively, the Rangers struggled with just 4 hits in the outing, 2 of them courtesy of Corey Seager. The Rangers are back in action tonight against Washington with Jacob deGrom on the bump for Texas, coming in with a record of 8-8 and an ERA of .395, while the Nationals will start Andrew Alvarez. First pitch is slated for 7:05, coverage on the Rangers Sports Network.
I'm Adam C. with your Texas in the Morning Sports Report.
AccuWeather says highs today should be around 106, 107. Same thing tomorrow. Same thing Saturday. That is a 710 KURV heat alert. Be careful, play defense, stay hydrated, and check on vulnerable family. Check those car seats on the way into the store. Border Bridge wait times. Hidalgo Bridge headed back to McAllen, Edinburgh Mission, about 45 minutes. The same thing at the B&M Bridge for Brownsville, about 45 minutes. Thank you much for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV, the pulse of the 956 business news, and a check of your money that's up next.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business 1 penny at a time.
Looking for a flexible part-time opportunity with a fun, fast-paced media company? Radio United is hiring a part-time sales coordinator. If you are organized, enjoy working with people, and have great computer and communication skills, bilingual preferred, we'd love to meet you. Help support our sales team, work with local businesses, and be a part of a company that connects communities every day. Apply now by sending your resume to human resources at radiounited.com. Join our team and help make an impact. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
Here you go, Dad. At LSNB, we build strong foundations on values that matter.
And business practices you can rely on.
Investing in education.
Volunteering in the communities we serve.
And fueling our region's economy.
For over 40 years.
Our mission has been supporting area businesses.
We are LSNB.
Donating more money to more causes than all other area banks combined.
Here, in a place we call home.
We are LSNB. The Valley's Bank.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Stripe said it is acquiring Open Router as the payments company expands into the artificial intelligence model market. Terms of the deal were not disclosed, but the New York Times said the price tag is at about $7.5 billion. Stripe CEO Patrick Collison said the deal will maximize profitability. OpenAI CFO Sarah Friar told employees that the AI lab will be a public company in 2027. In an all-hands-on-deck meeting, Friar told employees not to worry about rival Anthropic's IPO timeline. CNBC reports that OpenAI confidentially filed its IPO prospectus with regulators in June, but it has not yet publicly disclosed its plans. The average selling price of smartphones has hit a record $315. That's up more than 14% from a year earlier in the Indian smartphone market. CNBC reports that while the market share of Chinese phone companies is falling in the world's second largest phone market, Samsung and Apple are gaining. Futures are moderately lower as oil prices rise. That's Your Money Now.
Valley's Morning News on 710 KURV, also at Radio Para Mí. Go get that free app. An experimental vaccine treatment is showing signs of preventing cancer from returning or spreading in a study of high-risk melanoma.
That's according to pharmaceutical giants Moderna and Merck. Interim results from the trial show the vaccine used in combination with Merck's cancer immunotherapy Keytruda appeared to extend the time before cancer returned in those patients. The companies have not published the results or released the new data, saying it's going to be presented at an upcoming medical meeting and then shared with regulators. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Amazon significantly expanding their Prime Air drone delivery service. They plan to reach nearly 500 towns and cities across the nation with drone delivery.
The company says customers can receive eligible items, including groceries, medications, and household goods, in as little as 30 minutes. After an order is placed, packages weighing up to 5 pounds are loaded onto autonomous drones that use onboard sensors and obstacle avoidance technology to navigate safely to customers' homes. The drones identify a safe drop zone before delivering the package and returning to base. The expansion marks a major step in Amazon's push for faster delivery service. I'm Monica Nelson.
And don't look down. National debt, it has crossed the $40 trillion mark. Part of that is the fact that the interest just keeps outgrowing all that. Hey, Freddie, how about each American pitch in to pay down the national debt? 40 trillion. So let's divide that by, all the population. Tell the
that would
number real quick.
Each American, man, woman, child, would have to pay $117,000, which is easy to do, right? May I have that in my pocket right now?
Yeah, 100. But it's everyone.
Everyone.
All 300 and whatever 50 plus million 50, that we are.
Yeah.
That means every person at the nursing home.
Yeah.
Right.
Every newborn baby.
Every baby in the nursery right now.
That means the parents have to pay their share too.
Sorry, kid. Here's the bill. 117. Welcome to planet Earth. Here's the bill. 117,000 per person. And that's now. Man, we should have paid this off like 10 years ago. It was half that much.
Yes.
It only would have been like closer to, 55 some odd thousand per person back then.
I think we need financial literacy back in schools.
It's slowly, that's a Texas law, by the way, financial literacy in some of it in Texas. We need a lot more of that. We need financial literacy like on steroids. AccuWeather says highs today should be up to 106, 107 tomorrow. That is a heat alert. Thank you, Lee's Pharmacy, for the heads up. Hey, go check on your vulnerable family member. Simple phone call to mom or dad. Hey, is the AC working? And check the car seats on the way into the store. The latest from Fox News coming up next. The Valley's Morning News on 710 KURV is at the free app Radio Para Mí. This is an amazing value, and I do hope that you take advantage of it. You just make a new friend. That's it. You're making a new friend. You don't have to open up your wallet, pay anything for this. You do get the top experts in commercial roofing systems to give you an honest assessment of the condition of your roofing system. Honest, and I mean, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. If the gang at Chamberlain, they go up to your roofing systems and there's nothing wrong, they'll tell you nothing's wrong. You're in great shape. Orale, let's go. They'll probably tell you to call them back like in a year or two just to make sure everything's okay. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing would like to meet you. And this is how they make friends and exchange contact information. Allow Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, the expert crews in this company that's been around almost 130 years and provides cutting-edge technology for roofing installation and repair and maintenance. Again, they will not charge you a penny. They'll exchange contact information, and better yet, the value is that they will take a look and inspect your commercial roofing system for free, gratis, no expense to you. And if you're good to go for the next gully washer, keep the water out of your building. Waterproofing, it's in their name. Call them, get that free inspection assessment, professional inspection assessment of your roof. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, 956-655-6178.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's DrT'sPrimaryCare.com.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology. Visit today and choose from a great selection, like a 2026 Genesis G70. Lease one today for $319 a month for 24 months. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com. Genesis of Harlingen, a Bert Ogden Auto Group dealership.
The UTRGV Vaqueros are back at home on Ultra 90.1, where you hear play-by-play. Congratulations, Vaqueros.
News that affects you and your family.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
The pulse of the 956 is KURV. Thank you for joining us on the radio if you're there at 7:10 a.m. Lord bless you. Thank you. Hey, go find us at Radio Para Mí, the free app. You can listen on your smartphone. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez and Jason Caterina from AccuWeather. Yeah, no change in the forecast. 106, 107. Heat alert for the area. Play defense. Stay hydrated. Check on your vulnerable family. News on 710 KURV is a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys. Ready to fight for you? Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump describes his next move in the war with Iran as an economic D-Day that he believes will inflict more damage on the Islamic Republic.
Regional intelligence sources tell Fox News that there are growing indications of economic hardship inside of Iran as a result of the U.S. naval blockade and economic isolation. Reports indicate that inflation in Iran has reached 89%, with food prices up 164%.
Fox's Trey Yanks in Tel Aviv. Another week, another threat for Hawaii. This after Hurricane Lala. Fox Weather's Michael Estime.
Southeast of Hawaii, we have about a 90% chance of formation. That's within the next 2 days. So in the next 2 days, you may hear of either a tropical depression or another tropical storm forming.
Residents could feel additional impacts due to damage caused by Lala. America's listening to Fox News.
City of Brownsville is beginning their search for a new police chief. What happened to Felix Salceda? Oh, he's still there. Police Chief Felix Salceda, he's still the chief, but he's also the co-deputy city manager. And folks at City Hall would like for him to be moved to becoming the deputy city manager. Hence, they need a new police chief in Brownsville. The fight over construction in the Big Bend area, construction of some type of border security apparatus, that issue is headed to court.
A federal judge has agreed to hear a lawsuit involving the border security work inside the national park. It's brought by Apache tribe members and a tour group who cite religious and constitutional grounds. State Senator Roland Gutierrez, who's acting as the group's lawyer, says the feds have been misrepresenting what is being done.
They said, we're just surveying. They have clear-cut miles and miles of roadway.
He says the feds have already bulldozed the pristine land into unrecognizable pulp. The hearing for a restraining order is a week from Friday. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
And today we celebrate this industry. Now, we really appreciate you joining us online, but today is the old standard. Today is National Radio Day.
It's National Radio Day. August 20th is set aside to honor the pioneers who brought what you're listening to now to life. From Heinz to Tesla to Marconi, the pioneers who laid the groundwork for wireless transmission, to Reginald Fessenden, who made the first entertainment broadcast in 1906, to groundbreaking stations like KDKA in Pittsburgh. We also remember the role radios played throughout history, taking you live to events that shaped the world. So listen, enjoy it. And if you'd like, let the DJ or host know you appreciate them. In New York, I'm Daria Albinger.
Thank you for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. Yeah, still doing the radio thing. Lord knows how many more years. But we will be here, Lord willing. And we invite you to take that boat to cyberspace. Join us at Radio Para Mí. Download the free app.
Some people travel for adventure, some travel for business, and some travel for a bit of both. But they all know the best way from A to B is McAllen International Airport, where flying is always better with the Valley's only ticketless parking and best VIP lounge. And McAllen has more nonstop flights to the best destinations for adventure, business, and a bit of both. Like new daily nonstop service from McAllen to Monterrey, Mexico, for business, adventure, fun, and family. Save a day of business travel time with nonstop flights from McAllen to Austin, Houston, or Dallas. Then find adventure in our state's biggest cities, or experience the best of both worlds when you fly nonstop from McAllen to some of America's most popular convention and vacation cities, like Las Vegas, Orlando, and Phoenix. Travel is about more than going from A to B. It's about going above, beyond at McAllen International Airport. Fly McAllen